Offensive Player of the Week, Rivals. Marcus Lattimore. Questions for Marcus? Raise your hand, please. We'll give the microphone to you. David's got the first one.
Marcus, you're leading the country in rushing. You're starting to get, Heisman talk is heating up even more. How difficult is it for you not to pay attention to that because you have so many games left to play?
It's been, to tell you the truth, it's been real easy. Because, we just taking it, one game at a time. And, us not playing to our potential, that makes it even easier, because we know we got to get better. And I know personally I got to get better, get ready for Bandy.
Marcus, is there any concern on your part? You're averaging almost 30 carries a game, that there's a cumulative effect as the season goes on that you do wear down?
This year I think I'm in a little bit better shape than I was last year. I'm a little bit more flexible. I feel like I've gotten stronger, and I know that's going to help, when we get deep into the season. As many times as I got to carry the ball, for us to win, it really doesn't matter now.
Marcus, TJ was talking about the relationship he has with you, the whole offensive line has with you. I imagine it's a pretty positive one, right? Talk about that.
All five of those, every offensive lineman, I got a good relationship with all of them. I've known AJ Can, since recruiting. Me and TJ become good friends. I go to his house every now and then. Me, Rokevius, and Terrence, and Kyle, we all good friends. We go out to eat every now and then. At least once a week we go out to eat. And, we just build that relationship because we know, when it's 4th and 1, 3rd and 2, I can trust them, they can trust me, and we can get those yards.
Marcus, taking into account that this is a brutal game you play, you still approach each game with a limited amount of thought as far as carries are concerned?
Absolutely, I'm sorry.
Taking into account this is a brutal game that you play, you go approach each game with a limited amount of time you might carry the ball. You don't care how many times you carry the ball?
Nah, I really don't care. My style of running is, once I get more carries, I get stronger. So it really doesn't matter to me.
Marcus, Coach Spurrier said that maybe this will be the week that the team will start playing and living up to the preseason hype. Based on what you just saw at practice during the preseason, are you kind of surprised that here we are entering the 4th game and you're still talking about haven't played the best yet or haven't played up to the potential?
It's just, we just not finishing plays. We got to play better assignment football. And, eventually it's going to come around and, we're all going to click on the cylinders. But, we just haven't played assignment football and, we're working towards that. We're getting better every week. So, we're not getting worse. So that's a good thing.
Marcus, obviously yesterday South Carolina got its notice of allegations from the NCAA. As an athlete, you were such a highly recruited guy. How did you know who to trust, who not to trust? How did you stay grounded through all that, not to get yourself in these situations? And how do you continue to kind of just be mindful of what's out there and how to avoid it?
I just hung around the right people.
Yeah.
And, my coach, Coach Graham,
yeah.
He was rated #1 running back coming out of high school.
Yeah.
He had the same thing thrown at him. And I talked to him about that, talked to him about all the situations that came up or will come up. And, I just take his advice because he's been through the same thing.
Is it easy for you to understand how young guys, how 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds can get caught up in this just because maybe they think they're listening to the right people and they just aren't?
Oh, definitely. Not having somebody there for them, and some of them come for low poverty level. They're just first thing they see. They take it, but I can definitely relate to them and understand them, like why it happens.
Marcus, you said that you needed to improve your play. You're leading the nation rushing. What really do you have to work on?
Oh man, well, y'all see 247 yards. I see 300. I mean, I left a lot of yards out there, and just little things. I mean, it's not the big things. It's just the little things I need to work on. Maybe a little bit, staying square at the line, or lower pad leverage. I mean, just the little things that could have got me, 3 or 4 more yards on each play.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what you see from Bandy and what you might expect?
I really haven't watched film on them yet. I plan on doing that today, but I see they beat Ole Miss 30-0, and it's a new Bandy. Can't roll over, and it's always tough when we play them. They played us tough last year, and they sent zone blitzes, from the field. And, they're real good blitzers. So pass protection is going to be key this week, knowing where they're blitzing and how they're blitzing. They got a real good defense that we're going to have to step up to the challenge.
Are you guys starting to gain more confidence in the passing game, given how well you're able to complete those small intermediate route passes, 72%? Do you feel you guys are becoming more of a balanced attack now?
Yeah, and that's going to be real important, for us to run the ball and throw the ball well. And we did that well Saturday night. And we got a lot of receivers that can catch the ball, and they're ready.
Marcus, with the NCAA stuff, how do you make that not be a distraction? And do you guys ever talk about it, like, what might happen as players?
We rarely, talk about it. Because we're really not the ones in the spotlight, like the Miamis and Ohio States and all that. But when it does come up, we really don't talk about it much.
Marcus, is it going to become the norm now in the fourth quarter, tight game? You guys are just going to pound it and carry it? Is that pretty much the standard operating procedure?
Yeah, I suppose, that's what every team should do. Just run the ball in the fourth quarter when you got the whole line I got.
Still back there again.
With the whole thing with the NCAA, is this stuff just bound to come up? So many guys, so many rules. Probably, do you know all the rules? There are so many. Is this just kind of par for the course?
I honestly don't know all the rules, but it could come up. It could not. It's a lot of people out here, trying to give you stuff. Some people take it, some people don't, but it could come up, it could not.
Tim?
Marcus, we mentioned earlier that you were leading the country in rushing. Is that a personal goal for you? Is that something that you have talked about maybe with your O-line?
It wasn't a goal, I am now, but we just trying to, manage the run game, just trying to put our team in position, put our play caller in position, which is Coach Spurrier, and easy calls, make it 2nd and 3rd, 2nd and 3 or 2nd and 4, try to get like 6 or 7 yards every carry, that's one of our goals.
Marcus, what is it about Bandy that just gives this team fits? It's not like they're not Alabama, they're not Auburn, they're not all these great SEC programs, but for some reason, year in and year out, South Carolina usually wins the game, but it just always seems like such a dogfight. Why is that?
Yeah, they're a real tough team, and I feel like they don't care who you are. They don't care if you rank number 10, number 4 in the nation. They don't care where you rank. They're gonna play hard. They're gonna play hard the whole game, and they play fast and intense. So I think that's the two main things to make them real good. They're real intense, fast. They got a real fast defense.
Marcus, Stephen's been off to kind of a slow start throwing the ball. I think he picked it up some against Navy. But do you notice anything different about him this year on the field compared to last year when he was a lot sharper with his passes?
I just feel like, it's gonna come around. If he just be a little bit is patient, just stay patient. I mean, it's gonna come around. You know, it came around early in the season last year around Alabama. I mean, he started hitting perfect passes. I mean, it's gonna come around.
Marcus, I know it's early in the season still, but there's a lot of hype about the SEC championship, and there's also hype about the Heisman for you. For you personally, how do you take both of those hypes, and which one is more the one that's in the back of your head more, if that makes sense?
You know, we're just trying to get to the SEC championship. You know, that's the main goal. I mean, I'm really not worried about the Heisman right now. I mean, just worry about that later. Got a lot of important games coming up, so working to the SEC championship.
We'll let Marcus go.
Thank you. Thanks.